we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So LSU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
LSU lining up first and goal. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the goal line, and they will score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Missouri Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. So if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Pulls it in. It's Roberts.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On third down, he drops the throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from...
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Using his legs, it's Berry. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Grab over the middle. It's Green.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Johnson looking to throw. That's it, 5. Complete downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Gives it on the option. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Roberts. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Throwing right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires and picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Tigers! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Pulls it in. It's Hayes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. Slips one guy. Now he's loose. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Johnson wants to throw it. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Rides to back and leaves it. Running into the open space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. To the air on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a pop.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This time it's complete. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. LSU getting set on first and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. LSU right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Snagged in the middle. It's Manning. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great, and this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking for a huge play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Rides the back on the option to give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning.
Turning it on. Touchdown, LSU. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. He's got it on the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the move, it's Roberts. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the big... Challenges, what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats? It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give on the inside. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Here we go. Trying to surprise him with the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that, you know, a little rub their nose in it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. The Rebels were far from the friendly confines of home today, but they did what Rebels do. They defied the odds and came away with the road dub. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting